Been a while. Welcome back to another edition of Music Monday from the podcast Nurture the Mind. I am your host, Poots, and we are here yet again with another music reaction. And it feels good to be back, but it also feels like I am extremely rusty. I don't even know how long I've been gone now. Let's take a look. 1, 2, I guess it's been almost 3 weeks, so not yet a full month. Really no reason why I've been away. I think I had intentions to record last weekend and it just didn't happen. I mean, we have the holiday season and today is Sunday, November 30th, so it's the last day of November. Tomorrow will be December. Crazy. It's been, the 4-day weekend of having Thanksgiving on Thursday, then Black Friday, yesterday Saturday, today Sunday, and honestly, we did a little bit with family on Thursday, but haven't done a whole lot on this 4-day weekend. 2 days ago was pretty rough because we had to put down our family cat, Chester. He was 7 years old, so honestly, to start off the holiday season, it has been kind of crappy. But that is neither here nor there. I don't want to discredit what just happened or where my headspace has been at. I'm trying to figure some things out in my life. This year has been tough. It's been challenging. It's very much been up and down. But today, we're checking out a channel that is called There, I Ruined It. So actually, this last week, when I was training my client Ryan, he was telling me about this YouTube channel, There, I Ruined It. And it's basically whoever's running this channel, they are using AI in such a way that they are manipulating popular songs, doing mashups. Say like if Dolly Parton's voice was singing a Slipknot song. So it's things that are very much odd or very much feel out of place and then just mashing those things up together. So we were checking out some of those videos because he thought that this channel was hilarious. So in our session earlier this week, hold on guys, gotta let my cat out. Go ahead. In our session earlier this week, he was showing me some funny ones on the channel, and I figured that, instead of some of the requests that I've been getting, I'm probably so backlogged on requests, and I apologize for that, because over the years that I've been doing this, I know I've gotten a bunch of requests that I've never gotten, into. I haven't done a music reaction on, I haven't done a music review on, but I figured talking about this channel, kind of reacting to it, we can talk about AI and how it is creeping its way into every segment of our humanity, of just how the world works. And so I'm curious to see where my thoughts roam on this music reaction. All of the videos on this person's channel are really short, so the one that I chose for this reaction in general is one that is titled What Red Hot Chili Peppers Sound Like to People Who Don't Like Red Hot Chili Peppers. And I'm intrigued by this one because obviously I'm a huge fan of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Growing up as a kid, I just remember my dad playing Red Hot Chili Peppers like all of the time. So if I was to conduct or concoct a top 5 favorite musicians, artists, bands, if I lumped all of those things together and I created a top 5, I guarantee that Red Hot Chili Peppers would be in the top 5 because they were such an instrumental part of my childhood growing up, listening to them, kind of developed, my music listening ear. Like, they're alternative, they're rock, they do a bunch of different genres, a bunch of different sounds, they blend all of those things together. And honestly, Anthony Kiedis, the lead singer, there's so many times throughout their discography in their music where it sounds like he is beatboxing. It sounds like he is rapping. And so I think from listening to that as a kid, that's what evolved my musical taste. My parents told me as a kid, they're like, you're never going to listen to rap, are you? And I would say, no, I'm never going to do that. That's the devil's music, hip hop, rap, whatever. I'm never going to listen to it. But when I was growing up in high school, that was kind of the music a lot of people were listening to, especially here in America, like in our culture, in our society at that time. And I honestly think from listening to the Red Hot Chili Peppers, because it sounds like Anthony Kiedis is kind of rapping sometimes, or there's obviously some hip hop influences. I think that as I got older, that made it more likely that I was going to seek out that type of music. So I don't know what's going to happen in this video, in this song, what it's going to sound like. It was also released 2 years ago on the channel, and it has 6 million views. The channel there, I Ruined It on YouTube, has 1.3 million subscribers. So a lot of people are checking out this channel. I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's bad. We'll listen to this. We'll talk about it. I'll give you my thoughts on AI. I'll give you my thoughts on AI integrating its way into the music industry, but in reality, into all different aspects of our lives. All right, here we go.
Come to a lever with the peppermint babe, the chalupas in the refrigerator. Fuck a doorknob, California, buttermilk pancakes in my eyes. Stepped on a toe, broken Navajo code, now it's time to iterate California. I got a thumbtack on my nutsack, eyes 3.1415. Hey, oh, I don't know what I said, no. The more I sneeze, the less I blow. Got frisky with the buffalo. Hey,
This is crazy.
whoa, whoa. Jelly beans and nicotine are streaming through my grandma's spleen, and I just stubbed my toe. Stumbling through the pages of a Webster's earns me wages. There's so many words to go. Tickle my bum with a mannequin thumb on a bongo drum in California. Snuffleupagus ate my asparagus, supernova toilet clock. Contracting down on the 101, gotta have some fun in California. There's a sunspot on my kumquat, Nancy Reagan bit my dog. Hey, oh, I don't know what I said, no. I got your hey, oh, I don't know what I said, no, no, no.
Like I said, most of these videos on the channel are really short. That was 1 minute and 52 seconds. It's funny, right? Like, there is comedic relief. The lyrics in the song, there are some cliches that exist. Red Hot Chili Peppers, being that they are mainly from California, that is a huge influence in their music. They have a song called Danny California. They have a song called Californication. They mention California a lot in their songs. So that was funny. That made sense. I understand why they put it in there. It's also scary, though, with the use of AI to create something like this. And in the same vein, a lot of the videos that this person has made on this channel is, how many times have I listened to the original song by the Red Hot Chili Peppers that they pulled for this video, which is called Snow? Hey, yo. That right there sounds just just like the instrumental of the actual song the Red Hot Chili Peppers put out. So that's freaky. It also sounds exactly like Anthony Kiedis's voice. So that's freaky as well. To be able to replicate that, to be able to replicate the way that the song sounded, and then the voice of the particular singer or the voice of the particular artist or musician. There's a lot of people that I feel like are championing, I don't know if that's the right way to pronounce it, but they are championing AI and the use of AI and how we need to go heavy in the AI route. Like, I totally understand that AI is not slowing down. We probably have to embrace it. We probably have to develop it because there's other countries around the world that are doing the same thing. They're embracing AI. And we got to keep up with them. Like, we have to be in competition with them. Otherwise, we're going to fall behind, while they excel or while they exceed. I understand that argument, but I also think that AI has the potential, the realistic potential to be super dangerous. I mean, we're already at a time in human history, especially in America, where a lot of people, younger generations specifically, saw what went on during COVID and how we were lied to and how we were propagated by our own government, by our own media system, funded by US citizens, taxpayer dollars to basically lie to us and feed us a bunch of shit. And it's like, okay, because the curtain was pulled back in COVID, you start to think, well, how long has that been going on? It's probably been going on for most of our history in this country. And so people saw that. And now, especially in my generation, generations that are really close to mine, we don't trust the media. We don't trust the legacy media. We don't trust the government. We don't believe that they have our best interest. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm losing my train of thought. This is super frustrating. Getting back on here for the first time and feeling like I'm all over the place. So please bear with me, guys. I don't know the point that I was trying to make. I know that it was really fucking solid and then I lost it. Okay, I think I know what I was starting to say, which is that, okay, so with distrust in media, specifically legacy media, and distrust in government, especially here in America, being at an all-time low, these younger generations, we already feel like a lot of what we're fed is not true and fake, and now you're introducing something into the mix with the likes of AI. And AI, I think it burst onto the scene really like 2 years ago, back in 2023, if I'm not mistaken. I would have to double check on my research, but when it first came out, and like even last year, it was like if you saw a picture online, if you saw a video online and it was created by AI, it was pretty obvious. Like, AI at that point was not really good at replicating what humans look like. Facial features would be off, fingers, digits, things of that nature would be off. But like in the span of 2 years, which is very short if we're talking about our entire lifespan, if you're a lucky enough person and you get to go like a whole century, 100 years, 2 years inside of that whole span is really short. So if AI is getting better by the minute, which it is, and it's still in its early stages, think about how good it is going to get, how good it is going to become. And so people already have a distrust, and now you're thinking with AI and how much we are willing to just sign up for it and use it, it's like, how are you going to be able to trust anything on the internet? How are you going to be able to trust anything that is shown to you in media, news consumption, if people even still watch that stuff. I mean, I really feel like it's the older generations, like the boomers and whatnot, and maybe right below the boomers, like those are the generations that still believe in legacy media as if it's the Bible, as if it is the ultimate truth, and that they're always telling the truth and they could do no wrong, and that they have, good, honest intentions. And so it's going to become increasingly more difficult to recognize what is real and what is fake. And you feel that like a lot of us citizens here in America, like we're already at this point where we're debating those things because we don't get told the truth through those forms, through government, through media. And so we're just left to basically speculation. And this is why I wish that the American media system and our government, I wish that they were fully transparent with us. If you wanted to restore trust with your base, with the citizens of this country, then you should tell the truth. You should be as transparent as possible so we know exactly what is going on. But that hasn't been going on for a long time. And this whole thing in regards to AI is just super scary. And I've talked about it on the channel before, but it was like months ago, I think like back in the summer or something, Trump was talking about AI and the potential to, regulate it in the near future. And he basically said that he did not want to regulate the use of AI for the next 10 years. And I really don't understand that decision. Why would you not regulate something that is so fucking powerful unless you were trying to use that thing to your advantage or to your benefit? Again, I understand the development of it because we have to keep up with other countries as they develop their AI. But I think that there has to be restrictions, just like I think there should be restrictions on the use of our phones, on the use of social media. Not to say that like anybody like in the government, like I'm not trying to give them more control where they can come in and say, this is how much you were able to use this thing. I'm just saying like the phones and social media at an excess use are so bad for humans. There's pros, there's cons, there's pros and there's cons to each situation that we face, but that's one of the biggest reasons why I think people are struggling so much, with their mental health in this country. It's because of the consumption that we have with these devices, and what you find on social media a lot of times is just divisive shit and how bad the world is. And so you get caught in this cycle, and certainly sometimes like I'm guilty of it too, where you just think of everything through a negative manner or a negative lens or a negative bias, and it's like that's by design. Like these apps, social media, being on our phones for too long is not good for us. None of it is natural. But it just feels like with AI and all of these things, how we've been going so heavy in the technology direction for the last, 15 plus years. It's like, I don't know how we get out of this. It feels like this is our destiny and we're just going to continue to go down this path. And so to tie this together, and then when it comes to music, is like, okay, I can appreciate the humor in there. It's funny, sit back and have a laugh and whatnot. But it's also very serious at the same time too, because when you talk about creative endeavors like that, music, art, painting, as AI continues to get better, it's like, do those creative aspects of our society, do they just blend in with AI or do they get completely removed? Because again, it's too early to tell. I mean, I don't think that AI is at that point where it's dominating the music industry. I think people still yearn for real people making music because you can feel the heart, you can feel the soul, you can feel that through their music, you can feel that through their lyrics. Like, I don't think AI is at that point where it can replicate to that level. But again, we just don't know with AI because it's in the infant stages of being developed. It's getting better.
I'm not sure I understand.
I'm not trying to talk to you. I'm not trying to talk to you. It's in the infant stages, and so if it's already getting better by the minute, which it is, what is our world going to look like in a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Like, I don't want to be the person that is just sounding the alarm and talking about how everything's fucked up and how everything is so negative. But like, I think if you don't think about those possibilities, then you are not being educated, you are not being smart. Like, you are being naive, and you are choosing to be ignorant and willfully blind, to just basically turn a blind eye and not look at the potential ramifications and consequences of going so heavy with AI. But it just feels like that is our destiny, that is what we are headed for, unless people say collectively that, no, we're not going to do that. Like, no, we're not going to sign up for that anymore. And it would be the same things, like I was saying earlier, with legacy media and with the government. Like, that is how we make some type of everlasting change, is people have to collectively say, fuck no, like, we're not putting up with this anymore. But sadly, the truth is I don't think we are there yet. I don't think Americans are ready for that. I don't think US citizens are ready for that. I have to be so careful in this thinking, because it's like so many times this year, like thinking about these things, AI, like where the world is headed, like it has gotten me very frustrated, very sad. Come in. Come in. Hi. You want to go to Catchy? Jump up. There you go. Good boy. It's gotten me sad. It's gotten me depressed. It's gotten me down. And I don't want to live my life that way. But it just feels like with AI, with all of these things, we used to have certain fabrics and realities in this country that binded us together. And it feels like the more and more that I look around at society, I feel like a lot of those things are unraveling, are coming undone. And it's scary when I find people that don't notice it or don't acknowledge it. And again, like, I don't want to always be in this headspace. Like, I just want to have a good life. I just want to live a good life. But, you know, the America that I grew up in as a kid is much different than the America and the world that we live in right now. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope there is a way to direct this traffic from going off of a speed ramp. Like, can we get back on track? Like, certainly there is that possibility, but it's just scary, man. I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer. I thought aspects of that song were really funny, and props to the guy or girl that's created this channel. I mean, probably making a fair amount of money off of the content that they are posting. But just know that there is something with AI that completely removes the humanity aspect that we've all grown to love and enjoy, and has always been a part of our nature for millennium, the humanity aspect. So to me, it feels like if you take out humanity that's been here for however many thousands, hundreds of thousands of years, if you take that away, what do we become? Do we become a new version of humanity? You know, do we become closer to a version of God? Like I don't know. I feel like there is some type of split. I feel like there is some type of rift that is coming down the pipe. I don't know how to put that or articulate that into words. I'm struggling to do that right now. Again, I hope that I am just being dramatic and paranoid, and I hope that I'm wrong, but I feel like there are probably a lot of people out there that feel the same way that I do. You know, smart people that I listen to, podcasts that I listen to, even Elon Musk, you know, one of the contributors to developing AI, has said many, many times in public, like, we got to be careful with what we're doing. Like, okay, develop this stuff, but do it in a healthy way where it's contributing more good than it is bad. Because AI could also, one thing I didn't mention, it's like AI could take off, right? And it could completely replace the means and the use of having humans to where we essentially no longer have to work. But what type of world would that be? I mean, I just feel like that would be super depressing, and we're not there yet, but we're inching close, if not accelerating towards that version, that world. And I feel like people are already struggling with their mental health, and you do something like that where you take away humanity, you take away our sense of purpose, our sense of meaning, our sense of being. What the fuck are we gonna do? You know, like, a lot of people are gonna lose their minds. There's a lot of people already that are losing their minds. Like, oftentimes when I think about this stuff and I spiral, or I go so far into my own head, I'm like, I feel like a fucking crazy person. I wish I didn't think about this stuff. I wish I was ignorant. I wish I was naive, but I'm not. It's not how God made me. God made me to be maybe a little bit more sensitive, but to be hyper aware of myself and the things that are going on around me. I hope I'm wrong. Maybe I'm off touch. You guys tell me what your thoughts are. It was fun. It was fun to listen to. It's creepy how it sounds exactly like that Red Hot Chili Peppers song, and it sounds exactly like Anthony Kiedis is singing. And that video on his YouTube channel, his or her YouTube channel, was released 2 years ago. What is it like now? Where is it now? It's gotta be strikingly accurate on the things that it creates. So anyways, guys, that's all I have for you today. That's the music reaction. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit shorter than normal, but that's good. You know, I needed one. I needed a shorter one to kind of get my bearings straight once again. You know, it's been 3 weeks off, so when I come back and do these things, I feel a little bit rusty on camera. But as always, guys, at the end of these reactions and reviews, there's 4 things that I ask that you do. You don't have to do all 4, but please do one of the 4, especially if you came over here, you enjoyed the content, you liked what I had to say, it taught you something, it made you feel a certain way. If it had value, if I provided value, if it was not a waste of your time, do one of these 4 things and do me a solid. Number 1, subscribe to the channel. Number 2, like this video. Number 3, comment in the comment section below. And number 4, share this content via social media or talk about it with somebody in real life that could also appreciate it. By doing one of those 4 things, you really help me grow my channel, my message, my podcast. And over here, we just have this thing called an equal exchange. Like, I put in the work, I record, I give you my honest thoughts, I try and bring passion and energy and liveliness to it. That for me doing that, providing that type of surface or that value, you guys help me grow my channel. That simple, guys. It's a Sunday. The Miami Dolphins are playing at noon. Right now it is 11:22. So we're going to get ready for that, geared up for that game. I love you guys, and hopefully next weekend I will see you once again. All right, take care. Bye-bye. Love you.